What can we learn from the stories of NFL players overcoming adversity and finding success? How do teams prepare for major transitions, both in their rosters and coaching staff? In this video, we explore Darren Waller's inspiring journey, his decision to retire, and what's next for him, alongside insights into the Bengals' new kickoff strategy, the Eagles' promising rookie wide receiver Johnny Wilson, and more. Stay with us till the end for an in-depth look at these compelling NFL stories and the latest off-season updates. In an 18-minute YouTube video, Waller discussed his pivotal moment and hinted at the deeper reasons behind his retirement. Darren Waller retires after 8 seasons in the NFL. Giants tight end Darren Waller, at age 31, has announced his retirement after 8 seasons, 87 games, and playing for 3 different teams. In a statement, the Giants expressed their respect for Waller, both as a person and a player, and wished him all the best for the future. In an 18-minute YouTube video, Waller shared that a medical emergency last November made him realize his passion for football had been fading. He didn't go into details, but mentioned that he spent 3.5 days in the hospital, which led him to reassess his life and feelings about his football career. But how did Darren Waller, once faced with adversity and setbacks, manage to defy the odds and carve out a successful NFL career? Darren Waller's journey through adversity in the NFL. Darren Waller's NFL career is a story of resilience, overcoming substance abuse, position changes, and a year-long suspension to play 8 seasons in a league where the average career length for tight ends is just 2.8 years. Drafted by the Ravens in the 6th round of the 2015 NFL Draft out of Georgia Tech, Waller showed promise as a wide receiver despite being a late-round pick. However, his rookie season was cut short due to a hamstring injury, a recurring issue in his career. In 2016, head coach John Harbaugh switched Waller to tight end, but Waller was suspended for the first 4 games of that season after testing positive for a banned substance. The following year, he faced a year-long suspension for another substance abuse violation. During this suspension, Waller overdosed on pills laced with fentanyl and later shared on the Second Wind podcast that he felt like he was going to die at just 25 years old. Determined to turn his life around, Waller got sober and worked at a supermarket while training before and after his shifts. His perseverance paid off, and by 2018, his inspiring comeback story was detailed by Jeff Zrebiec of The Athletic. But the journey didn't end there. Waller's dedication on and off the field continued to flourish, leading to his impressive stats, Pro Bowl appearances, and even creation of the Darren Waller Foundation to help others facing similar struggles. Darren Waller's rise to stardom with the Raiders. Reinstated in August 2018, Darren Waller was waived by the Ravens, but soon signed by the Raiders, where he began to show his true potential. The NFL world really got to know him in 2019 thanks to Hard Knocks, which highlighted his struggle with addiction. Waller openly shared how he had been getting high daily while with the Ravens, but as a Raider, he was sharp and ready for a bigger role following Jared Cook's departure. His performance in training camp impressed many, with The Athletic's Ted Wynn describing him as unguardable, and Coach John Gruden calling him one of the best-kept secrets in the league. Waller quickly proved he was no secret, starting the season strong and finishing with 90 catches and 1,145 yards, earning a spot as a Pro Bowl alternative and ranking number 99 on the NFL Top 100 Players list. He also founded the Darren Waller Foundation to help youth avoid and overcome addiction. In 2020, Waller had his best season yet, with career highs in receptions, 107, receiving yards, 1,196, and touchdowns, 9, making the Pro Bowl and ranking number 35 on the Top 100 Players list. Despite his promising start with the Giants, why did persistent hamstring injuries continue to plague Waller's performance on the field? Let's find out. Darren Waller's final NFL season and future plans. In 2021, Darren Waller's career was marred by injuries, causing him to miss 6 games that year and 8 games in 2022. The Raiders traded him to the Giants for a 3rd-round pick, and although his training camp with the Giants showed promise, persistent hamstring injuries limited his performance. He ended his only season in New York with 52 catches for 552 yards. With his retirement after June 1st, the Giants will save $11.6 million in cap space, though they'll incur $2.5 million in dead money in 2024 and $4.9 million in 2025. Tight end Daniel Bellinger is expected to take over most of Waller's snaps, with rookie Theo Johnson showing potential. Waller, acknowledging that he left a lot of money on the table, is ready to make choices for himself and pursue his passions, which include motivational speaking and music. He expressed his deep gratitude for his football career, as covered by Charlotte Carroll and Jeff Howe. Meanwhile, what's the latest buzz surrounding Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn, and how could his revamped offseason routine impact his performance on the field? Bengals kickoff strategy, Eagles' new talent, and Panthers' CB health. As beat reporters dig into team strategies, we get some interesting glimpses into off-season plans. For instance, the Bengals are figuring out how to handle the new kickoff rules, a puzzle that's keeping special teams coordinator Darren Simmons busy. Unlike the Chiefs, who are thinking of letting safety Justin Reed handle kickoffs, the Bengals plan to stick with kicker Evan McPherson, although they're still exploring their options. Meanwhile, the Eagles might have a hidden gem in rookie wide receiver Johnny Wilson, who shares a similar build with Darren Waller and has been impressive in practice, making spectacular catches in tight coverage and showing potential to fill the third wide receiver spot or even transition to tight end. On the Panthers side, there's optimism around cornerback J.C. Horn, who has been plagued by injuries but could be a top cornerback if he stays healthy. He's changed his off-season routine, focusing more on weightlifting, and the Panthers are hopeful this new approach will help him stay on the field more consistently. Meanwhile, as roster battles heat up in Baltimore, who will emerge victorious in the fight for the final receiver spots, and what surprises might we see from players like Malik Cunningham, who is making waves after a position switch, Garrett Wilson's potential payday, Brady's big day, and more. Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson, the 2022 Offensive Rookie of the Year, is part of a stellar 2022 draft class that includes All-Pro cornerback Sauce Gardner, Pro Bowl defensive end Jermaine Johnson, and star running back Breece Hall. Zach Rosenblatt suggests Wilson could be in line for a significant payday as early as next year. Over in New England, Chad Graff covers the Patriots' upcoming event for Tom Brady's retirement, set for June. Brady will be the first player to have the 4-year waiting period waived for the Patriots Hall of Fame, and his number 12 will be the first number retired by the team since 2000. In Baltimore, roster battles are heating up, particularly for the final receiver spots, with special teams ace Deontay Hardy and veteran Tylan Wallace leading the pack. Jeff Zrebeck notes that Malik Cunningham, a converted quarterback, has been impressive at wide receiver. The Cowboys have high hopes for tight end Jake Ferguson, with teammate Micah Parsons predicting all-pro potential for the third-year pro as John Machado explores his plans to elevate his game after a strong Pro Bowl season. Jets edge rusher Hassan Reddick did not confirm his attendance for the mandatory minicamp when speaking with the New York Post's Ryan Dunleavy. Lastly, former Texans cornerback Steven Nelson has retired from the NFL at 31 after 9 seasons. Despite receiving multiple offers after a 4-interception season, Nelson chose to retire to spend more time with his pregnant wife and pursue business ventures. So, Darren Waller is retiring after a tough but impressive career in the NFL. His journey teaches us that no matter what challenges you face, you can still succeed if you keep trying. We've also learned some interesting things about how NFL teams are getting ready for the new season, like the Bengals figuring out their kickoff strategy and the Eagles finding a promising rookie. Keep watching for more news and stories as the NFL offseason continues. What lessons can we take from Darren Waller's journey in the NFL? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot to us. Take care until the next one, and feel free to drop a comment sharing your thoughts. See you soon.